Welcome back, everybody, to More Money, No Problems. Again, we're joined by Miss Joi Albright of Albright.
A Joi Touch Marketing Solutions.
There you go. Thank you. Sorry.
You're good.
Well, you gave us so much information in the first segment. What I wanted to do was ask you about the technical part. You know, there are a lot of people out there claiming to be marketing gurus and experts, but I want everybody to see the other side of what it actually takes to get a plan going, the behind the scenes of what you do and how much you have to do just to get everything to where your clients see a benefit.
Right. Absolutely. And you know, it comes from having a background in marketing. I've been in marketing for over 15 years now, got my bachelor's, my master's, and worked in industry in a number of sectors, whether it be nonprofit, corporate, service-based industries. So I've gotten a well-rounded view of how businesses function and what works across multiple industries. Like, what are some tried and true and what specialized services that work, you know, for certain businesses or certain industries. When it comes to getting, you know, to working with a brand or working with a professional business, you know, I bring that enterprise level strategy from my working with businesses for all of these years. You know, I remember starting out my career in marketing in social media. And this was like 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. So you were before, yeah.
Yeah, so it was before. And this was new for businesses too at that time.
Wow.
And, you know, I came from a team of maybe 3 people. It was the marketing VP, it was the graphic designer, and it was me. And we were trying. And, you know, when it comes to business and when it comes to, you know, getting your sea legs and all of those things, you have to try and not be afraid to make mistakes, because that's how you learn and that's how you grow. And so we did. We were putting things together. We were seeing how it looked on camera, how it looked on film, how it looked on screen, you know, how people, you know, were attracted to it or engaged more with it. And then that led our strategy as to how to put content together and how to put looks and pieces and all of these things together so that we could promote a company or a business or a brand. So it's not about just putting something out there. And it's not about a pretty picture, or just about, you know, a few postings here or there, or being somewhere and, you know, okay, I'm gonna show up and I'm just gonna talk about whatever. It's having intention behind it.
Okay.
Why you're doing what you're doing, and what is your purpose behind doing that. And so as a business who is looking to market or brand themselves and is looking to make money, you know, for their business, they have to start with that why. Why are you doing this? Who does it support? What core offer do you provide to that customer? And then let's strategize a way to market to them so that, you know, they understand what it is right away that you do and how you can help them. They see themselves in your brand, in you, in your business or whatnot. Now, when it comes to the technical and all of those things, it starts with that. It starts with the strategy. And then you can pull all the tools into play, you know, to kind of build the content and the brand around it. But you have to have the insight and the wherewithal to understand what it is you're doing, what's your strategy, be intentional about it, and put a system in place that supports your business, and it helps to set the foundation and the tone for you and set you up for growth and success. Because at that point, once you have that in play, you know how to promote yourself and put things in action. And so that's where I lead with. I lead from, you know, experience, talking to people, having conversations, tried and true methods that have worked or haven't worked, and formulating a strategy based on what a particular company or customer needs.
Okay, excellent. Now, you say when you started out, there were small departments, and all you guys were running around trying to try to make a strategy for the company, build the website, get content.
Yep.
How has the industry changed from when you first started to now? Like, how does AI actually? What is the change AI's brought to your industry?
Now, I started out in social media. So that was mostly my background initially. I got my marketing degree. I was working on campus while I was getting my master's degree. And I interned at a retailer, a corporate, in the corporate office or whatnot. And I started out in social media. I was doing content, they had started some things and they were asking me to carry it forward. And so I looked at their model, what they were doing, and then they were teaching me, showing me the ropes, showing me how to do it. And they were trying to figure it out too. And I was like, okay, so that was my first instance with copywriting, really, in a sense.
Oh.
With copy, it's like, being able to talk about what a product is, the value, and trying to convey it so it's interesting and, brings intrigue and shares what's amazing about that so that somebody might want to find more information about it, or might want to shop with you, or might want to purchase products, or this, that, and the other. My entry into, working with AI or working with social media or whatnot, I didn't initially work with AI.
Oh, wow.
15 years ago, when I started out in industry, I worked with social media and I knew nothing about it, and I'm grateful, thankful to my manager who gave me a job.
It only takes one sign.
Yes.
Somebody believed in you.
She believed in me. She saw that I was creative and that, I had an eye for detail and writing and design. And so she was like, okay, I interned as a college student, and then she brought me on full time.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was really amazing. And so my initial entry into marketing was that social media. It was formulating the wording, formulating, the text that drew people in, pretty much talking about the details, the benefits, of a product and the value, pretty much what the product was, kind of helping people to visualize themselves in the product. So we'd come up with different looks, and it's like, okay, so you're going out this weekend, and
Yeah, and also, not to cut you off, but when we were talking before, you mentioned something with keywords.
Yeah.
How you can place keywords in a campaign to help brand and help that company be more visible.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit? How do you do that with the wording and things
yes.
like that?
Yes. Okay. So with talking about keywords for a business or whatnot, you're going to search what people that you're targeting are searching for. What are they going to Google and asking questions about? When they're looking for your services or looking for your business, what keywords are they using in that search? Like, what is it they're actually saying? Like, what are they putting in the search bar?
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. So like when they go to Google and you type your question in the search bar, I need an electrician near me, or, they have a specific question, because there's something that's pretty new too. And this is something, I don't know if you already know about this, but it's pretty amazing. When we're talking about digital marketing, we're talking about AI and all of those things, these things are constantly evolving. they're constantly pushing us forward, and technology is advancing like lightning speed.
Yeah, daily. Yeah, yeah.
And there's a new feature now, because I'm sure you're familiar with pretty much the way we search for information.
Mm-hmm.
We would put something in Google, but we would say, okay, I need a hairstylist near me, or electrician, or whatnot. All of those, kind of broad statements or whatnot. And so based on how your content ranked, on Google, that's how your business was being visible.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like if you had your page optimized for SEO. So like your website content, the wording in the text, the headers, all of these things optimized for SEO. And then Google, their algorithms, they start crawling your site, looking for those keywords, and that's how they are able to index your site. Yeah. And so by that, and based on how much relevant content in that subject that you're putting out, it'll start recommending your site more.
Oh, and is that how certain sites get to the top?
Right.
Oh, I never knew that. I never knew that.
So that's how they start building, because they're trying to what you call optimize.
Okay.
Which is you're making sure to strategically plug in relevant keywords.
Okay.
And phrases, whether it could be long tail keywords, which means there may be 3 to 5 words, in a topic or a subject or whatnot, short keywords that sometimes can end up being, it depends on what it is. The shorter ones sometimes are harder to rank for because top players are already ranking there. And so it'll take you a little bit longer to try to rank for those type keywords. So then you start doing longer tail ones, so like for instance, if you need a marketing professional, if you're a marketing professional and you want to rank in your area, based on your specialty, instead of just saying like marketing consultants near me, you could put a long tail that says small business marketing consultants in the plumbing industry, or something like that, where you could start ranking for maybe small business, or you could say marketing consultants for small businesses, or something of that of that term, so that you can start maybe ranking for longer phrases rather than the shorter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
But what I was going to say about that is that was the way of kind of helping you to be visible. Normally, for it was trying to optimize your website, trying to optimize your content, whether your content on your website, your social media content, what you're saying, using keywords, so that your site was crawled by Google, so that you came up and were recommended by them. Well, now, talking about AI and all of those things, it may not be, while all of that is still relevant and it's still great to do, you also want to think about too, well, I want to be recommended by AI. because a lot of people are also going to AI platforms looking for work, looking for professionals, looking for businesses, asking questions about, different topics, and you want to be recommended by them.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And then there's a new feature that Google is doing with their Google Maps. Like it's really fairly new. And Google this when you get a minute. There's something now that Google has called Ask Maps. And you can look on your phone, go to Google Maps, and you can ask a question like, I need a hairstylist who takes same day clients in my area.
And it will actually take you there.
Yeah, it'll show you recommendations. And it doesn't necessarily base it on, the star ratings. It does based on people's recommendations that they posted about you, and they look at the recommendations and wording that people are posting when they're giving you a recommendation, like say on your Google profile, business profile, looking at what's on your site, the content on your website, and then making recommendations based on that. Right. So
It's a lot, and
Yeah.
and listening to you shows us why we need you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, because it's important for us to understand that for a business to be successful, we have to be visible.
Right.
We have to be intentional.
Right.
And we have to want to be helped also.
Right.
I always say business owners are really good at their business.
Right.
And it's hard sometimes for some business owners to say, something, I need you. I need help. And that's another thing I found, even in my business, when I meet people and I talk to them, and I'll say somebody, well, what do you have for retirement? I don't know, but I got it. Same with you. You can say, well, what marketing? I'm doing something in some newspapers.
Right.
And you're like, are you getting the traction you want? No, well,
Right.
this is why you need me. So no, I didn't the whole AI component. That's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole nother ball game nowadays.
Man.
It's so much that, you have to contend with. But it's not to be overwhelmed. You do what's relevant for you and your brand. And that's the thing about it, being selective about how you're showing up. Be where your people are, and do what you can do in that space. Doing something that is high quality and of value is so much better than just putting anything anywhere.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, because then it won't land. It won't land anywhere, and it won't have the effect that you're looking for. So yeah, when it comes to marketing and why it's important to have a marketing, and I know a lot of times people say, well, I can do this on my own. I'll put some content on there myself, I'll go ahead and do a few paid ads or whatnot. And while those tactics are great, it's good to partner with a marketer who knows this, and they know how to research to find out what your target audience is looking for. They know the keywords to use. And like, I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm gonna just put it in AI.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
Everything in AI. AI can do it for me. It can give me social media content. It can give me, email blast and, newsletter, and it can do all of these things. Yes, that is true. It can do some of those things, but you still have to tell it what to do.
Oh, yeah.
And you still need to know the language to speak, and you still need to know what keywords and what terms that you need to say to give it so that it can give you a quality output.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good to partner with somebody who can do that, help you with that, because a lot of times meeting business owners, I love working with business owners, and yes, absolutely, there's a lot that you can do in marketing, but also, marketing is a job in itself. Yeah. And, you already have a business to run, and you already, you want to service your clients, and you have so many things in your day that you are already doing and have to do. Let a marketing professional partner with you to help you promote your business, because then it helps you with that growth that you're talking about, and being able to scale your business and being able to grow your business. Because if you're not trying to do all of it yourself, because we only have so many hours in the day, you can have, put systems in place, automate things where they need to be, have people who specialize in certain things that can help you to shore up your business and make sure it's running optimally and functioning the way it's supposed to simultaneously. While you're doing your thing, they're doing their thing.
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you give some really strong points here today. And again, thank you so much for coming and walking us through why we need you and why marketing is so important for the growth of our business and ultimately increasing our revenue. Once again, can you give everybody your contact information so they let them know how to reach you? And
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, William. This has been amazing. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate the opportunity. I would love to work with all of you. Reach out to me. My website is joitouchmarketingsolutions.com, and that's JOI. My name is a little different, so it's JOI, joitouchmarketingsolutions.com. My email is joy@joitouchmarketingsolutions.com. I would love to work with you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much for coming in and again, giving us a wealth of information. And we'll definitely have you back
Thank
again
you.
to discuss some more things. Again, Joi Touch Marketing, reach out to her.
Yes, I love that.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.